Hi, in today's video, I want to share with you how I get my hair curled yet piecey on the end. So I typically do this style on day 2 of after washing my hair. I love to wash my hair, wear it straight the first day. I straighten the tips of my hair. I don't go like hair root down because that takes away the volume out of your hair, but I do go through and I have my serums and I straighten the ends to make them look really nice, which then leads me into day 2 hair, where then my tips are already straightened and then I can quickly curl my hair. My heat protectant's already in my hair. Day 1, I already used right away my dry shampoo. And so what I do is for day 2, I just give it a little bit of a refresher in any spots that need be. Just kind of shake it in there. But by using your dry shampoo right away after your first wash, you are going to notice that your hair, you're not playing catch up with the oils in your hair. It will help with texture and volume right from the get-go. And so you might just need a little bit for your next day styles. So how I get my favorite curled look with the piecey ends is by using this hair length. I am using a 3/4 inch iron. I would use this size iron all the way up to like a shorter hair. You start getting a little bit longer, I would switch to more of a 1 inch here and down. But you do want a tighter curl because you're going to be like piecing it through and making it kind of super fun and edgy. All right. So again, I have all my heat protectants already in my hair. I am going to start by curling the back of my hair. I'm going to do 2 sections and then I'll work my way around to the front. I know when you can't really see the back, it's kind of boring. So I am going to fast forward here and we will get started when we get to the side, and that way you can see the front of the hair a little bit more. All right, so now we're going to have a little bit more fun with these sections you can actually see. So I do, like, it depends on your hair thickness. My hair is not terribly thick, so you can, take bigger sections going up, just depending on this. So when I do these front curls, I'm always curling backwards. And the reason I do my curls the same, and look at, I leave about 1.5 inches out of that tail. So I start at the root and then work my way down and leaving that tail out. So the reason why I go all the same direction is because that way on the next day, when I actually want to recurl my hair, I don't have hair that's going all these opposite directions. And if I'm going to put product in my hair, take the time to style it, I want to wear it this way for a day or 2 to get my use out of it. And then by day 4, I am likely going to be doing something fun with my hair, like going up and doing braids or something like that. All right. You gotta love the back sections of your hair. They're always got a little curl tangle there. So I'm going to take these and we'll get these back 2 sections out of the way here. The back of your hair is always the thickest part too, so it's kind of the longest area compared to the sides and the front. But I will show you again here on this side. Again, you're always going to keep about that 1.5 inches out roughly. If you do go further down the strand, I'm sure it's going to happen at some point while I'm doing my hair here. I'll show you kind of how you can straighten that a little bit. You can kind of grab it and then pull through the tips there. So I'll show you that again. So through the end, you can untwine and then let it catch the end. But see how close to the root I'm keeping that for the volume? My hair's so silky, and since the tips are already straight, it doesn't want to like catch and slide through. But there's a reason why I actually straighten my tips first and then just keep them out of the iron, because you're gonna see this style done just a different way than how I am showing you. And what that way is they don't have their ends pre-done. They're not already sleek and silkened out. And so what they're doing is they're doing their ends here, and then they're grabbing and pulling it tight in the iron. Well, what that does, it works. Don't get me wrong. It takes some skill to be able to catch the ends that way. And I feel like when you pre-straighten your tips, then you don't really need that extra skill. You just leave the tips out and they're ready to go. But what it does is it actually pulls on that curl. So if you're like me and your hair loses its curl fairly easy, and especially with humidity or anything like that, the less, you don't want tension on that curl, especially like right before it's cooled off, versus if you were to pull on that strand to get the straightness through the tip. And that's the other thing, like it depends on your hair type, because then if you want to straighten your tips after you go through and curl your hair, again, you're regrowing over something that you've already have curled, and it pulls on those other curls and makes it a little bit harder to keep your style. I kind of go working my way around my hair. And I absolutely love how simple this is for day 2 hair, because you're literally just combing through your hair with your wet brush. I always recommend the wet brush, and I actually always recommend a vented wet brush that has the edges open. You can see that openness on the side. They're now starting to do the sides not slotted, and so it's like a full paddle brush, which has its benefits, but it doesn't have the flexibility. Either is good, as long as I just personally like the vented. I think they're easier to clean and get your hair out of, things like that. But the wet brush is my absolute brush of choice for longevity of your hair, and it creates less damage. So you can get them if your local salon has them. I think you can even find them sometimes like at Target and TJ Maxx, places like that. Wow, sorry, I'm not used to doing my hair in such a little mirror, and I am missing sections in the back of my hair pretty easily right now as I'm going through here. But that's okay. You just kind of toss it and look, seeing if there's anything you may have missed. Traditionally, when I'm in my actual bathroom and I can see a little bit more, I think we're good now. All right, the next section. So here you can see the top section where I'm going here back. This is kind of about the size of the square. This is where I start taking these last 2 sections up top, and I'm going to work on the back section to keep my volume going behind. So I'm going to show you how, and if you feel like you need to straighten out your hair, just lightly comb through with your brush. I'm going to show you how you want to hold your iron to keep that. You can see how I'm basically, look at that lift I'm creating right there. Watch when I pull it out, look at how much volume is right here. And you're just going to let that sit and cool. I'm not like pulling it down. I'm intentionally keeping that bar up. So if you think of like a hump, that's how you want it to do, because that heat is going to let it go over that way. So same thing on this side, keeping that bar as straight as possible. And you can see, I try to move quick. I don't want too much time with the heat on my hair. I'm trying to keep it as obviously as healthy as possible, yet by still styling it. So by starting at the root where, you know, you have more, hair is less heat touched and less damaged than the ends. It's nice when you can start up and work your way down in just a quick 1, 2, 3, and you're good to go. So kind of start twirling at the root, working its way down. 1, 2, 3. And also your hold time kind of depends on how big of a chunk you are grabbing and how thick your hair is. If you grab a little bit thicker of a chunk, it's more natural to hold your iron on a little bit longer. But when you're just grabbing normal small sizes, you don't want to definitely hold on too terribly long. So you can see how I have that natural lift at my root. Now with my finer blonde hair, I like to use product as texture over backcombing my hair. I personally just don't think backcombing stays well in my hair no matter what I do. So the backcombing thing will be preference. If any of you truly want me to try a style with the backcombing and how I would do it, I would gladly make a video that way. So comment below if that's something you feel you need and want to learn. I tend to use my hot tools to give myself the volume that I need. And again, with my weather and climate, I'm just not into having to have that fully big locked in hair to where I need to backcomb. But you can see how I'm getting a little lift at the root there. And again, same thing on the sides of my hair. I am holding, look at the iron, I am holding it to where it's creating the lift at the base. And again, always leaving those tips out so you are keeping that specific look. Now here for the front, I actually, because I want to kind of frame my face, I do want to start directionally shaping where I am placing these front pieces. So I know I'm going to do my part about here, so I'm just going to do one small piece here. You can see my hair is getting, you know, it's thinner, so I'm just kind of grabbing that one chunk there and twirling it. Okay. All right, so I like to do a little bit of a zigzag part just for a little dimension. I feel like it gives some oomph and some lift to that baseline there versus a straight part. And still again, taking that iron, twisting, leaving those tips out. And now since this is the top layer, I might try to catch that end and slide it through. And again, just like a 3-count hold, we don't want to be too quick. So just a little quick straighten the end. Now here is where, again, I want to be directional with this front piece. So I'm pulling this front piece forward. Instead of like giving it a bunch of lift right there, I'm actually going to pull it forward, open my clamp bar, and then wrap it around. And just a quick hold, and you can see that it bends, but look at where it frames in the face. So depending on how you like your hair framing, you could even do that to this piece too. We're going to do it again on this side. And I'm trying to keep that volume at the root. And then catching the ends just to give those a little bit more oomph. Okay, and then here again is where I want to be a little bit more directional. So both of these pieces, I want to come down and frame my face. And since this is the bang part, I want more framing here. So I'm taking these two sections, I'm gonna pull it down. Again, I'm just gonna go through the ends super quick, make sure that they're nice and piecey. I'm gonna point the iron down, wrap, 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 holding the tips out. 1, 2, 3, and then slide it and pull it out. And I'm gonna kind of place it where I want to the side so it cools. See how it cools with that bend, but it's coming down. So same thing with this one. I'm going to angle it down and pull it. Make sure you don't bump your face. And you can kind of see how that is. All right. So we have all of these curls, and then we have our piecey ends. You see how that works? It's like instant pieciness, which I absolutely love. Now here is where you're going to want to take your favorite hairspray. Mine currently that I'm using is the Sebastian Reshaper. You're gonna find this likely your local salon or stylist can carry this, hopefully. I love this because it's humidity resistant, and the flexibility to me is super important. It has good hold, but it's also still flexible and brushable. So when it comes to doing my curls day 2, I don't have to worry or feel like I'm cranking through a ton of hairspray. So right here, I'm kind of just starting to piece them out because again, I have all these piecey hairs that I want to have this look. So as I'm going through with my fingers, I'm also spraying at the same time. This is what really helps get that piecey look to it. And then like holding at the root with the hairspray. And so this piece, I did want to come down, but I still want it off of my face. So that's how I'm gonna spray it. All right, so fun. There's just something about the the edgy piecey look that I love, and how simple it is, but yet, you know, sometimes there's a time and a place for the soft curl all the way through the end. I feel like when my hair is longer, I like that, but it could just be the trend here of this style. And I just like to keep it easy. Keeping things easy and effective for everyone who follows me is kind of, that's like my jam. If it's not, this might look complicated, but when you break it down step by step and do the steps the right way, this becomes so much easier because you've already straightened your tips. You don't have to worry about it later. You're good to go. All you're doing is literally curling the hair quick and leaving out the ends. So here, we'll see if I can, here's the pieceyness look of it. Here's the back. Hopefully I didn't miss any pieces there, but I love exactly how fun it is. This style will hold super well throughout the day because of the hairspray. But then again, tomorrow, remember I already put a ton of product in, so my heat protectant is already in my hair. Now I have 1 day of hairspray. Tomorrow my hair is going to curl so quick, so amazing. When you wake up, you're just going to, when you want to style your hair, you're just going to lightly level out your brush to do so. You're going to repin, reclamp, and just recurl super fast. It's going to go even faster than today. So you're gonna love day 2. And then all you need to do is comb it out with a quick refinish of hairspray and you're good to go. And then likely, if you're following my pattern, we did straight hair one day, curls for 2 days, and then on our 4th day, we are doing a fun style with your hair pinned up, a ponytail. Maybe you're doing some braids, just any topsy tail type things for your 4th fun day, and then we are washing our hair. So I wash my hair twice a week. Always living with dry shampoo to make sure my hair looks real and fresh. So if you have your favorites, I personally love the powders for my hair. And what I love about this one is it's organic. You don't have to worry about any talcs, but it also comes with light and dark. So all of these, again, you are going to find the link below, and you have a BOGO, so you can get $10 off of this product here with any $50 or more purchase. That is the link for this. These products you are just going to want to find from your hairstylist. And then I will also link some of my favorite heat protectants and serums that I currently use. Your hot tools. This one happens to be a Paul Mitchell. I personally like any of them that are shiny because my hair will slide through them easier. So that is something that is super handy. Of course, your wet brush. I'm a very big fan of the wet brush. And then to make your hair easier, little clips are always nice to have. So let me know if you have any questions about this style. Comment below with what you loved, what you'd like to see, and make sure you like and subscribe to see future uploads for styles, makeup, nutrition, wellness, anti-aging, skincare, all the things to keep your life simple and effective. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.